What am I missing?
Me too.
We're streaming live.
Yeah.
Okay.
So get your Mr.
Go.
Rogers ass over here.
We heard you in the back say go. I'm so sorry. That's.
All right.
There we go. Take two, folks.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Hey, welcome to the secondary going at the Late Show Tuesday at 9-ish. That's the new thing. We're going to come on around 9. We always have to have technical errors in the beginning. And we're here to let you know. On keys, we got Locke. Band leader tonight. Seems to be our recurring member. And Chris Perea on drums over there. Spider Rack Attack, Spirit Horse. All those things in one. Soon to be our new drummer. Every Tuesday night live at 9 from planetcontract.com. PLANITCONTRACT, where you manage your digital assets. That's right. This show is brought to you by all of our sponsors, including TargetTour.com, SNX, and PlanetTour.com, PLANITTOUR. When you need a tour, you need to plan it. PlanetTour.com. All right, folks. It's Tuesday night. You have reached the apex of entertainment on a Tuesday night at 9 o'clock. You know why? Because Monday night is filled with 9 o'clock, that other guy. And when you want to do 9 o'clock on Tuesday night and get that same kind of feel, you're going to come here. And we're going to give it to you. It's a special style. Today we're going to discuss various topics. We're going to go over that stupid Kings thing, and we're going to talk about some foo-fa. I can't even tell you if this mic's working or if this mic is working.
That mic is working.
Oh, we can hear Chris.
That mic's working.
This one's definitely working.
This one's working.
Hey, there goes Locks in. All right. Hey, everybody's working tonight. We're going to see how long our microphones will last at this rate. I've got my super switcher. Remote control on deck here. And tonight we're going to experience the 2-camera operation and possibly, maybe, just maybe. Oh, there it goes. Chris Cam. Hey. That's the drum cam, in case you didn't know. We call it the Chris Cam. Tonight it's the Chris Cam. He has his own camera. So, first of all and foremost, we're going to go back to the routine scheduled menu here. We'll go whole cam. And we're still working on this technology. I'm not the greatest at it yet, but there we go. It should switch over now. We're getting a lot of fuzz in the feed. I'm wondering if that's just the lights probably making a bunch of noise. Cause I got the wicked lights going today.
Wicked.
Anyway, so this being Tuesday, week before October, they had some movement last week about kings and somebody being not one and there not being too many of them or something, and it's like there's kings in this country. And that just isn't really a thing. And the more time people waste trying to make there not be kings or protest against rich people is kind of ridiculous, because we already know they don't listen to us. And protesting in the streets to show your solidarity sounds great and all, but real action requires actual action. And if we just actually did something, like didn't buy a certain company's product, maybe we could just not buy any of their products and put them out of business altogether. It would seem like Monsanto and all of the things they control, it would be very easy to just not buy some of those products, and we could easily crush their economy in this market, and you know, like BlackRock stuff. You know, I'm saying all these keywords. It's going to set YouTube off, obviously, but. Whatever these companies are that we want to protest, it's not the people that we're protesting. It's the companies that we're protesting. Those people are just patsies that happen to be allegedly in control of those companies. No one's paying attention to them. And they're just doing whatever they want to do and spending all the money. So in the interim, something to think about, everybody. We're going to work about some kind of movement here, pen to paper, where everybody's going to do something, not just stand in the street and complain about it. Meh. Oh, look at my sign. That's a great idea in your mind, but in all actuality, the rich people just think that's funny. You know, that gives them something else to just laugh about. The poor people have signs. Oh, how cute. Look at this sign. It says stuff on it, but I won't read it because I don't care. Yeah,
no.
more signs. Oh.
What are we gonna do?
It gives me that, what's that redneck comedian guy, you know? Here's your sign.
No,
And that's
Jeff
that guy.
Foxworthy.
Foxworthy,
Yeah, Jeff Foxworthy, he's great.
Was it Foxworthy? Here's
Yes.
your sign?
Yeah, he was the Here's Your Sign guy.
Or
Here's your sign.
he even had a music video about it.
I'm thinking it was somebody else who had the sign.
Well, you were wrong.
It is.
You were wrong. It's Foxworthy. Look it up right now. We're on the line. We're online. Admit you're wrong in front of in front of everyone.
Everyone.
Everyone?
All two.
Everyone. Here's your
83
sign.
people.
I'm going to say is Bill Engvall.
Nope. Jeff Foxworthy.
So dead
You know what?
wrong.
I'm going
You would've
for
bet
it.
money on it.
I'm going for it. Just to prove that I'm
What
pretty
is
sure
your,
You must.
that it's
$5.
Bill Engvall.
Just $5.
And
You got
I think
$5.
that's the end of that microphone. So we're just going to have to let you guys. There it is. Oh,
You found more things. You
score.
found more
Look at
things.
that.
$5.
Got it.
$5 right now. You got $5.
There it is. There it is. Here we go. Here we go.
All right.
folks. To the hands on your. Remember, just remember who you're dealing with here.
I will die on this
People
hill, and
online,
now we get to
chat.
find
What's
out,
up?
do I live or
Just
die?
so you
on this
know.
hill.
You're
What's
gonna
going
live,
on
buddy.
here?
I got your back.
Here we go. Here we go. Who is the comedian who came up with the phrase "Here is your sign"?
It's Here's Your Sign, by the way.
Yeah.
Here's your sign.
Represent.
Put those glasses on. Read it and weep.
The comedian who came up with the phrase "Here's your sign" is Bill Engvall. The phrase is a catchphrase from the signature stand-up routine, which he gained widespread popularity in the 1990s.
No way.
Dun dun dun. You know how I know?
Here is
Hang
your
on a
sign,
second.
or Here's your sign.
Ladies and gentlemen, I stand corrected.
This is bullshit.
Hey, this is, you know what this is? This is a classic case of that. They told you it's Berenstain Bears when it's Berenstein Bears.
Oh, I remember that.
Manchurian Candidate. That's the backstory of it, where the things aren't the way they're supposed to be in the past.
All right, when did Jeff Foxworthy do it, though? Because he had Here's Your Sign as
Well,
well. So then we compare the timelines and who really
I'll
came
tell
up
you,
with it
tell you
first.
how I remember it, because Bill Engvall used to talk about his wife, and he would give her the sign, and he always had a sign for her, and that's what made me think of that exact same phrase of him saying it.
Both of
Man,
us.
I was so
Foxworthy.
sure that Foxworthy did.
Foxworthy does do some of his "Here's Your Sign" stuff.
Some.
Yeah.
No, there's like a whole
No.
thing.
Foxworthy is you might be a redneck.
Here's
Oh,
your sign.
no,
It's
he's
all
right.
I'm
title.
telling you.
Because they were all in the redneck comedy tour and blue collar redneck. You made me say that. Blue collar comedy
See,
tour.
again,
B3, my brother.
Oh,
Manchurian
man.
Candidate. That's how it starts. One guy is like, "No, you're wrong," and the
I'm
other guy's
sorry, I
like,
used
"You're
the
right.
R word."
You're wrong.
Redneck. Ah!
Just how it happens,
Here goes
folks.
the neighborhood.
Just exactly how it happens. One guy says tomato. The other guy says, "This is a tomato. I remember." And then the next thing you know, they're both going, "Oh yeah, you're right. It was a potato."
Yeah, it was Mr. Tomato Head. Everybody knows it.
Yeah,
By
Mr.
that
Potato
time,
Head.
by that
Hey,
time,
sweet potato head.
and by that time, the host is dead. They've killed him. They've killed him because he was wrong.
Only to find out later on a little Wikipedia page, oh, he was right.
Well, you know what? Don't get me wrong. I wouldn't imagine that those guys don't sit in a room, all four of them together on the tour bus between their destinations, going, "Hey, I got a good one for you,"
Oh yeah, of course.
and gives it to them. You know, "Hey, I was thinking about your sign jokes. You know,
Here's one.
here's one for you."
Here's your-
And him going, "Hey, I got a redneck one for you. You know, if you run over your arm in the parking lot at work with your own truck, you might be a redneck."
You might just be an idiot.
This might be stupid.
The guy we met today.
Oh wait,
This guy
don't tell me that
ran over
happened to
his own
somebody.
arm.
It actually happened to somebody. Very sorry that happened.
Oh, no.
Yeah, but God.
I've known the guy for a long time.
You know what? I'm sorry.
I don't know what happened there. I never really heard the whole story, but the guy's definitely a redneck. I'm sorry, dude. If you're a redneck, I'm a redneck. I'm partially redneck. I live in the South, and we're both in the same industry. Day jobs, you know, we have those.
That's awesome.
All of us here have day jobs. In fact,
Oh, yeah.
I just hired Chris recently to work with us on the day job crew.
Only rumors.
It's
These are-
not real, but just
I'm a shadow figure.
just so you know.
That's fake news.
Well,
It hasn't been corroborated.
and this guy doesn't work in a music store during the daytime over here. So.
Fake news. That's another guy.
Yeah, eventually we're gonna get his
Phenomenal dude.
his store he doesn't work at to be a sponsor on the show at some point.
My name is Locke. Nobody knows a Locke at this place he's talking about.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Eventually we're gonna get them to be our sponsor at some point, and we'll talk about how great they are. We can't talk about how great they are until we get the okay to do that.
I
How
could,
long
I
they
could,
been there?
I could see if they let me wear one of their T-shirts.
Right?
I could do that.
I went
Yeah.
blank today. I'm not even wearing my hat.
Hey, and then we can just at least get permission to say, "Hey, we like this place."
Hey, we like you guys.
I don't know about.
Yeah, right. No. Well, whatever. It's
Right.
free. You don't have to turn your mic off to talk on this show. Jesus, mother. Yeah, we're probably going to be streamed by all of 100 people tonight. It's quite possible.
But those people tell 100 people, and
yeah,
those
well-
people tell 100
well,
other
you know,
people.
And we're streaming to get our beginning content down as well too, so that everybody's on the
Is that
same
spider web
page.
effect or something like that?
Yeah.
What's going on? So, by the way, I'm gonna text this lady.
Like, you know, the
It's
whole
your-
world
it's
is
your-
6 people.
It's your basic pyramid scheme.
Right.
If you tell 100 people and then they tell 100 people and you get 10% of everything that these people tell you, all of a sudden you're a millionaire in a year.
In a year.
Yeah, that's what we were just saying. It's a pyramid effect.
By the way, I got some water filtration systems in case you want to buy one, and a Kirby vacuum cleaner, and
Oh, Kirby.
a mop, a Wonder Mop.
And a
I'm
mop.
gonna knock on your door and give you a free mop to vacuum your floor at some point, just so you know. And then we're gonna.
We got all that you need.
And then we're gonna install Never Clean gutter system on your house for $40,000. So just so you know, these are things that are happening in the world. People are knocking on doors and selling gutters for $40,000. It happens.
This is real.
Don't believe it though. That's not real. Should not pay that much money.
What
wanna
you are
know-
about
if
to
hey,
hear
if
is
you want to
real.
know stuff, by the way, don't be scared. Write in the comment section there, and we're watching live right here. I've got it all pulled up. And,
I'll be watching you.
we'll answer any questions you have. And I am the official answer guy. I don't think I've been stumped in 10 years. So when you're ready, bring it.
Man.
Bring it.
Do you hear that?
10 years.
It's the fan.
He's never been stumped.
It's been 10 years.
I think it might be the fan.
Yeah, it's a fan. Yeah, that's. Is there a fan in here?
It's probably those movers.
The lights, yeah.
Does it have a fan?
Of course, they all
have
have
fans
fans.
and motors.
Yeah, fans and motors.
And motors.
Things
Yeah,
that
they got-
audio equipment just love. to have
Loves.
around.
And I have them on a separate channel, too.
But their cables and everything are all
I
next to
know, man.
amplifiers.
I have
yeah.
tried to clean that mess up so many times. Well, look, folks, this isn't quite an operation here. You just don't really know the entire front yard.
We're going to get shut down by the fire marshal.
The entire front yard is set up for Halloween right now, and it's a whole 18-channel DMX standalone system, separate from the inside, right? Separate from our inside lights, which are, blasting out there on the.
There's like
Front
90%
Street
of the
Powers
people
Ferry.
who just heard you say DMX and they're like, what the?
Yeah,
What?
DMX
Isn't
is
he-
like a
isn't he gone?
electronic lighting control.
I can go from prices high.
Gonna give it to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Take a look.
Look over.
Not that
I love
DMX.
that version so much. Oh, you haven't heard
Reading
the
Rainbow?
DMX, and Reading Rainbow
No,
mashup?
no. I
Oh,
haven't.
DMX reading Rainbow.
Oh my god.
hilarious.
It's like in a book.
Nice.
Yeah. Suck my. It was like Reading Rainbow.
Nice. Like that.
Oh my
It's
goodness.
messed up.
Is it AI or is it
We
old
don't
school?
I don't know.
At this
but-
point in the world, we don't know. Let's just say it.
Yeah, the internet's about to be like the thing of the past, I think.
Yeah. Oh well.
It'll be just to look up things, and that's about
All right.
it.
Here we go. Here we go. Round 2, folks.
Ding ding.
We're getting into my heavy prediction phase, and this is where I start telling you really what's going to happen and to be prepared for it. And in the next 3 to 5 years, 25% of the workforce, general population, is going to lose their jobs to robots and AI automation in the industry workforce. And I know this because I'm creating it. And I can tell you firsthand that I am part of the problem. Yes, look at me. I'm saying it. I said it. And look over here.
I'm gonna. Can I add to that prediction? Can I add to that?
100%.
I think the world is going to be a cross between the world that you saw on Wall-E and Idiocracy.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Idiocracy is prophecy.
Yeah, prophecy.
that is happening.
Idiocracy is prophecy. Did you hear what he said? If you haven't seen the movie Idiocracy, it's a late 90s, 2000s movie, somewhere in there.
This is your future.
And it's got one of the Wilson brothers in it. Owen Wilson? No,
Not Owen, it's the other one.
the other one.
The one nobody knows his
The
name.
one nobody knows his name, that guy.
We know
That's
his
right.
face. That's all we know. We're like, oh yeah, that's Owen's brother.
Owen's brother.
Oh, Owen's brother.
He has the
That's
dark hair. You know what? I feel bad. I can't remember that guy's name. I used to do.
I know it when I see
I
it.
used to do a really good impersonation of that guy, and I don't know why. I wanted to do it, but I just couldn't do it. Anyway, that guy. Where's it going? This Idiocracy. Yeah. He's
Idiocracy
the-
being prophecy.
He is the like.
He is an underachieving.
He's
does
fried.
not want to achieve anything. He
He's
just
Fry.
yeah. He's
you know
just
that,
done.
right?
Yeah.
That whole
Fry from
Idiocracy.
Futurama?
Yeah. He's basically
Futurama.
Fry.
Yeah.
I never thought of that. 'Cause
He
I
gets
hadn't seen Futurama
cryogenically
for so long,
frozen,
but you're
just
right.
like Futurama.
That's right.
Nobody ever put that together. I was
Fry was a reason.
Because I haven't
Screaming
seen.
that
Well, I'll
years
tell you
ago.
why. You know when I saw Idiocracy a week ago.
What?
Yeah. I've been having friends telling me, you got to see Idiocracy, because I'll make statements and they're like,
Block
you've
is
seen
this rare
Idiocracy, right?
anomaly.
No, I've not seen this idiotic movie you keep telling me you can see.
Right.
And so I finally watched it. It popped up and I was like, oh, now I see why. But I said, oh, this is today. This is actually happening. Everything they said, that whole graph that they
Right.
showed is happening.
It looked like I was watching.
Matter of fact,
the
there's a
news.
report out there somewhere that is saying that children in school have a hard time paying attention because they're so used to instant gratification,
Oh yeah.
instant information. So forming a full sentence or listening to anyone read a paragraph is annoying to them, and that is scary. I used to joke
Right.
about in the post-apocalyptic world, I want to be that
Right.
old guy that knows how to read cursive. It's like,
Right.
what is this? You go talk to old Locke there. He was around back in the old days before the big dip. whatever they call that, whatever it's going to be.
Before
And it's like,
three,
oh yeah,
3 years
this
from
is
now.
this is writing. It's called cursive writing. See, so back in the day, we used to actually write things on.
Right.
What is writing, oh Locke? Oh, it's how we used to communicate on paper. Paper. Everybody's.
You mean
What
the
the-
stuff you wipe your butt with?
Exactly. Yeah, there were different kinds of it. You know.
Yeah, well, on a sadder note, that sounds like a great utopia that people have forgotten about the past because that's what keeps happening anyway. But
Yeah.
but this time, unfortunately, there's been so many advancements with the past being forgotten that they have kind of fixed that problem. Okay, it would take the world blowing up and complete Death Star explosion before we lost everything. And that might not even happen technically because allegedly there's a moon base. I could get into the moon story for another 30 minutes and talk to you about the moon base and all the stuff that they took to the moon and the stuff they're still taking to the moon. And the stuff that they've been taking to the moon is all the stuff, the backup. They've backed up Earth. They've got the Svalbard seed vault in Norway and Scandinavia, somewhere up there. Iceland, there you go. No? Is it Iceland? I think it is Iceland. And it's Svalbard, wherever that is. I know the name of it, I just couldn't tell you where it is. Maybe it's the North Pole. I think it could be the North Pole. Anyway, all of the seeds of the earth that they've ever collected are in a seed vault on ice, 40 stories underground, under ice, frozen. You know, chances are that that place is not just a seed vault. Hello, telling you now. There's everything else is in there. Computers, AI, they've got backups, all the music they could possibly want, thousands of videos, hours of endless music and TV.
Just put the camera on the
Here's a great concept for you. I used to know this guy. I met this guy, kind of like Locke. He's a nice dude, really cool, smart guy. Hadn't seen various things in life that I was very surprised at. Like he'd been in prison for 10 or 20 years, right?
Gotcha.
And that's all I could think. Because he went into this Walmart with us to buy
Right.
stuff. And it was like a super Walmart. And he looked around and was like, they got flat screen TVs. And I was like, I listen to that fuzz, bro. It's coming in hard, isn't it?
Which
Getting
channel?
a lot of kickback in here. I'm not sure if you're hearing it on that side, but my soundboard is taking a big fat dump again. So we're going to order a new big fat soundboard to not take a new big fat dump anymore
It
and ruin
sounds better again.
the whole. Yeah, you got to bang on it every once in a while.
Yeah.
Hey, you got to give it the fonts.
Whoa.
So anyway,
he
this
says
guy
bang.
had told me all this stuff that he had never seen before when we walked into a Walmart, and he was blown away by a super Walmart. It was just, he was, what?
Did
They
you
got
ask him where he's
pants
been?
here too?
Did you
Yeah,
ask
I got-
him where he's been? Like,
No, I didn't get into it. I didn't want to be rude, and he didn't want to say because he'd have said. So I was just like, yeah, man, they got all this stuff here. Look at this, look at that, look at this. And he was like, whoa, you get everything in one place. And I was like, yes, sir, everything in one place. Anyway, we ended up hanging out being buddies because we were catering on base in Sabine Pass in Coast Guard. Hurricane Katrina, Hurricane Ike. I always talk about this for some reason. It always comes back to that. And dude was like time capsuled, right?
yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's what I was trying to think of.
He like time capsuled himself almost because you could literally so here's the theory, right? That all these people in these remote locations, they don't see TV, they don't have up to date stuff, they don't have all the shows, they don't have any of that stuff. And if you took 2 or 4 years off of watching TV and listening to the radio, then it would take you probably 5 to 6 years to catch up right? Time-wise, you could be leading your normal life, what you were previously doing. Now you're going to add a couple hours every day of some kind of TV and music and media. You
don't
could get about
underestimate the phone now.
8
Doom
to
scroll
10
can get you at least a year.
Oh yeah, doom scroll. Forgot about scrolling on your
Dude.
phone. You can add that phone in there and put about 30 minutes or 40 minutes on each interface. Or just pick one interface. We'll keep it simple, you know. Make it like a TikTok or something.
You want to hear something wild?
Yeah.
I read, and this is like maybe 15 years ago, that Steve Jobs would not allow his children to have a cell phone or an iPad or any of the devices that they sell.
Right.
Because
He
they
also put it in his back pocket, too.
because they understood how addictive it is, that
Yeah.
those phones and the games and all of it activate the same center of your brain, pleasure centers, that Coke does.
Yeah.
And they
Dopamine.
understood this
Puts
early
dopamine.
on,
Yeah.
what they were building.
Yeah.
And it is just a
Yeah. No.
FYI.
Yeah. No.
A lot of people out there don't know that.
Yeah. A lot of people don't watch
Absolutely. I've
TV.
had an issue about it.
A lot of people don't go on YouTube. Sorry, if you're not on YouTube, maybe I'll put this on Facebook at some point. You can watch it then.
because Steve Jobs was my dad. He didn't let me.
Yeah, but it's
Protecting them.
Laugh at you.
well, it's
To
just.
shake your voice. They're all going to laugh at you. They're all going to laugh at you.
I also want to say, you know, that I imagine that there's like my buddy David was telling me, Dave Saunders back in Louisiana tonight, hopefully. He was here last night and hung out for a little bit. And we talked and everything. I haven't seen the guy in 8 years maybe since John Bobbitt passed away. Was 10 years ago? Anyway, David was telling me that he served a Domino's pizza. He delivers Domino's now. Domino's pizza to the CFO of Pizza Hut. And Pizza Hut was like, I don't eat this shit. I can't stand their pizza.
I love that.
And I really don't even like Domino's, but I needed some food and I wanted a pizza.
That's awesome.
Right? So
I used to eat Pizza Hut, and I'm sick of it.
I don't even eat pizza. I forgot about them, actually. I mean, like, literally, I
Yeah.
have not even thought about them.
Uh,
Not even once.
In Dallas, there's one like down the street from me, and I passed by one. I was like, oh, there's a Pizza Hut over there. Huh?
Your cat.
Whatever. Order me some
is
Domino's.
she tweaking?
Nikita! It's like all these wires. I'm like, no.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
she's
yeah.
like freaking out over there.
Yeah.
She's like, oh my God, wow,
She's
this
just
is
playing with them.
amazing."
She won't bite anything. She likes to just wrestle in them and roll
That's
around.
pretty much what she was doing in there. And he's like, okay,
Cute.
spaghetti.
Whee!
So next night, late night, just put the camera on that cat. It's so cute.
Super entertaining.
We do need cat cams.
Yeah,
I have
you know
two.
what? That would be a good idea. Cat cam, GoPro cat cam.
Well, look, okay, so, you know, these are all things that can happen. All you have to do is donate, like, share, follow, add to the channel. Help us add cat cams to my cats. Wireless cams. And that's, well, actually, you know what? I can plug it outside, too. I should have started this, you know, look, we're going to be coming to you live every Tuesday night. So I'm going to go through the winter and go into the spring. We'll do outdoor shows out front once the weather comes forward a little bit and have the 4 or 5 camera system set up where we can go live out in the front yard. It's a whole other setup out there. So I don't know if you can see this or not. I'm going to try and rig it real quick so that it's a doable function. See if I can get it going live for you.
just stuff that pops up. So what are we doing here now? What's going on?
I mean, I'm fighting as usual because it's just boards and cables and nothing's just as easy as it used to be.
Was it ever easy?
Nothing's as easy as it used to be. Back in the day, things were easy. You just, you've got a camera on me.
And,
Trying to get this over here far enough so we can
But that
look
was
out the window.
Oh.
You know what? I'm gonna have to go to A and B first.
that's right.
Oh, that's the Chris cam was turning into the outdoor cam.
Chris Cam, turning the outdoor cam.
Where we go? Oh, there's Bill shot it.
Whiskey.
Shrunk.
With his,
Rambo.
with the pumpkin shoulders.
Yeah. good
You
old
look at the
pumpkin.
shoulders on that picture. It looks like pumpkins.
Okay.
Got some Chris cam, overhead Chris cam now. So while they're playing, I don't get all wrapped up in this. You can see that overlocked shoulder maybe. This is all pointing on Powers Ferry Road right out in front of my office. So if you drive by and you play your music loud enough, you will activate sound control for outside when the program is not running. You will be the music orchestrator. See if we get some side action here. Really, it's going on out here. The front yard, the whole setup, the UFO trampoline,
What is that? What did we just smoke?
the aliens in the front yard, if you can see them out there or not. Right. There we go. It all makes sense now. It sounds like Chris is banging on things, because those things are just hard plastic things he's banging on. They are. Oh.
Keep on going with that.
That was
Alright.
fun.
I'm gonna have to go on the bank here and
It is nice. This is awesome. This is what you do. This is why you have this guy.
What's that?
That's why we have this guy. That's all you need to know, right there.
And that guy.
That's why we have him,
That guy.
Mr. Doodles.
I can't.
Doodles.
Diddly 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 doo.
That's what you call. That's what you call the band. Doodles. Doodles the band. Because we don't know what we're doing. We don't know. We don't know.
No.
This stuff is just coming out.
This is the late night band. That's the whole idea. The normal band would have already played and gone home,
Thank you. Good night. And
This-
everybody's like, thank God.
right?
Thank you very much, everybody. Good night.
Well,
See you
okay.
next Tuesday.
Okay, so here's the idea. At 9 o'clock, most
Or
people,
so.
9 o'clock or so, most people are starting to wind down for the evening. And on Tuesday night especially, there is absolutely nothing to watch on TV. You know how I know? Because every night I watch TV at 9 o'clock, 9:30, turn on something, and it's playing in the background. Or it's not. And the only other show that I was watching recently was this paranormal show. The paranormal something. Sorry, guy. I can't remember your name. Goofy looking guy with blonde hair. Kind of looks like me. A little bit bigger. Has a big hefty friend. At that paranormal store or paranormal show
Can
channel.
I say something about those paranormal shows?
Yeah.
With all the technology that we have available to us right
Right.
now, no one has come up with a ghost yet.
What do you
Nothing.
mean, come up with one?
Nothing.
What, are you going to catch it like Ghostbusters?
Look, man, a photograph, everything, everything that we get from all these shows, they're supposed to have all this advanced, sophisticated equipment, and all they can do is like jump scares. It's like, did you feel that? Oh my God!
Yeah.
Is it cold in here all of a sudden?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting a reading. This is crazy. This is crazy.
Yeah.
And all of it is just acting, but nobody has ever actually like see the door just freaking open and
Yes.
slam and shut itself.
Yes. Yes.
Do some stuff.
Yes, they have that, and they have a ghost passing in
All
front
right,
of the
let's see
camera.
this.
You haven't seen that?
No, I have
Really?
yet to see that on any
okay.
ghost
I've
show.
seen
So-
special effects.
No.
Because I love ghost shows because I'm into that sort of thing.
Well,
But-
it was on Ghost Adventure, I think,
Uh-huh.
with Zach, and they caught a ghost moving in the background.
Caught it.
Yeah, caught a physical.
Detainment.
now I'm not talking. Hang on one second. Hang on. I'm not talking orbs.
No, it
I'm
was
talking
it
an
was
actual figure. like-
Appear-
Goes to your house,
uh,
you dusty bitch.
Listen, it was an apparition and a figure, and not only that, I can tell you that I have seen enough to let you know that
What'd you see?
what you're seeing is a temporal distortion in time.
Listen. Let me
And I
explain.
know how that I know that sounds crazy and all, but
No, it doesn't.
I was in the I was dating this crazy girl with the letter J as her first name. I'm not going to call her out by name, but she was kookier than a kookery, where they make that's where they make kooky girls. So anyway, a kookery. Anyway, that's where they come from. Okay, this one had a J for first letter in her name, and I had 3 girlfriends with J's in their name. Now you're gonna have to figure out which one it is if you know who you are. Crazy. This one tried to attack me with my own samurai sword, and I don't know if you've seen that movie, Jack Reacher, where the guy goes to hit him with the baseball bat, and if it wasn't for the door casing, that Jack Reacher would have been dead right there, and he'd have been hit in the back of the head with the baseball bat, and the movie would have been over.
You almost
But
got Kill Bill.
yeah, I almost got Kill Bill. Yeah, same thing, Kill Bill. That's the same thing. When she goes to swing it, and it sticks in the door frame. That's what happened right there on my door,
My
my
fingertip
casing.
punch was born.
Anyway, she was kookier than cookies. Anyway,
so.
where was I going with this story?
Temporal
Yeah.
disruption.
Oh, yeah.
No, temporal
I'm listening.
distortion
Or distortion,
time
sorry.
Is
It's a
what I heard.
temporal
Which
time-
doesn't sound very relative.
Temporal time
I
distortion.
see what you did there.
Thank you, sir.
Temporal time distortion, meaning it's a time distortion and it's temporary and it's portal driven, so that there's like energy in a certain area where it's recreated. Now,
You're seeing
wherever-
shadows of something that was.
yes,
I get that.
or
Mhm.
that is still able to be there. There being 4 or 5 different versions of the energy. One being that it is temporal, but it's also current.
Fair
Meaning
enough.
it could come through, and once it's here, then it can do whatever it wants, basically, as a ghost per se would be able to do.
In 5 seconds.
So,
Then
may-
it could come through again as something else, or another version of that type of energy, like a angry person, and therefore they could have even more energy than the previous spirit that was just able to appear. This spirit has apparently more energy and is able to be a poltergeist, which is known as a poltergeist.
noisy ghost or mischievous ghost.
Okay, yeah. There, and
I'm
these things
familiar.
are scientifically proven, just so you know.
I'm just thinking about
They have
it.
been pseudoscientifically proven.
Yeah, if you really want to get into it, it's
We're gonna
not-
get into it. I'm gonna tell you. Hang on.
Hey, they
'Cause
said
I
this
have-
in Ghostbusters, just so you know,
I- oh.
25, 30 years ago, where Egon and those guys were in the pseudoscience category and blah, blah, blah.
And Ghostbusters is something you should definitely pay attention to.
Yeah, there's a.
Definitely.
But I mean,
But-
in
but-
the
but
movie,
listen,
though,
let me explain something.
they were pressed.
Let me explain something.
Yeah.
When I was a child, in middle school, I discovered books on the paranormal and ghosts
That
in
explains
our
a
library.
lot.
I
That's
read.
weird puberty.
I have that very weird kid. I read all of them. And went to our public library, our main library, Marble building that was in the Marvel series.
Oh, that's before they got rid of all the real books.
Yeah, that's before they got rid of all the real books. But and I read as many books as I could, and I came up with a theory about ghosts. So, all the stories you read about ghosts. Here's the thing: a ghost is supposed to be a spirit, right? Spirits are neither cold nor hot. It's energy. So a spirit technically should just be energy.
Technically, it's not.
But hang on, let me
cold.
let me
Go ahead.
because everybody knows it's cold.
It is cold, though.
But give me a second.
Okay.
Let me get my point
Go
across.
ahead.
I think that if ghosts exist, every ghost that anyone has seen has been wearing like their favorite suit or this or that or blah 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 or this and stuff like. But my thing is, if a ghost is real, it might be just energy that is communicating with your brain, and you are seeing them as they see themselves. If you are tapped into their to their frequency, if you will, you know, you guys are for some people tap into whatever frequency that it's on, and you see them as they see themselves. They don't see themselves naked. They see themselves as themselves. So you see them the
As
way
they
they're
see them.
projecting themselves to you.
Of course. That,
You know,
that
and so
Yeah,
if
100%.
they exist, and I think that's why we don't get very many.
Let me ask you this
solid-
question, though. Let me ask you this question.
Go for it.
How do they know what they were wearing when they were dead?
They don't. That's why I'm saying they. It's something. They say that people wear clothes
Who they were.
that they usually put on people's favorite clothes or favorite this or things that they were wearing when they died.
That's right. They're buried in their clothes. They like their best clothes.
Yeah.
Now, what's a very this is a really cool.
Go for it. I like this arc.
Okay, this is a really cool transition too. Is that if you look this up, that 90% of the people who are buried in their particular clothing that are seen after death are wearing that clothing.
Dun, dun,
Okay.
dun. All right.
Yeah, for real.
No. That is interesting. Which because it brings up the question
that they
of,
were died and they were floating above themselves.
bingo, because I
watching
was about to say
themselves.
there's so many stories of
Everybody
people.
experience.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, and the only way that would happen is if it was at the viewing.
Right. Well,
Right.
Or after
Yeah,
they
yeah.
just died. I don't know.
No,
no.
Because they
Listen,
changed their
listen to what he's
clothes.
saying.
They changed their
At the
clothes.
funeral, they
Right.
change your clothes.
They change your
The
clothes.
out-of-body experiences happen there. So
You'd have to die, go to your funeral, see yourself wearing that clothing, and go, "Oh, that's me wearing my favorite shirt." Bing! Oh, my favorite shirt's on me.
You know?
Right?
all right. No, that's an excellent point. That's an excellent
Just
point.
like Jesus was seen wearing what he was wearing when they buried him, and it wasn't what he was wearing when he was crucified on the cross because he
he
wasn't,
wasn't wearing much of
anything.
anything, right?
They had him wrapped.
No, good
Yeah,
point.
wrapped, yeah,
They
he's
had
more
him
like-
wrapped.
After he died,
After he died, they put him in his like a regular
right? They
cloth
did a
thing.
proper funeral,
thing.
cleaned them,
And then they covered him in the cloth of Turin, right?
Yeah.
So
Right.
the shroud of Turin,
Right.
And allegedly that is the imprint of Jesus. So they say, and if you go on my Facebook and scroll back and look at that, I put my picture online
Jesus Christ.
in the shroud.
and the AI. And I put the picture of the Shroud of Turin in there,
Oh, no.
and it gave me a 98% match with my face in the Shroud of Turin.
So it can't be Jesus.
It can't be.
Jesus Christ looks like
be.
me. Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Yeah. So if that was Jesus Christ, so let's not even get into that. There's a whole other story we can get into, and you can start talking about what was that, Dr. Hillman
Who?
on the Danny Jones show.
No, Doctor Who.
If you go on the Danny Jones and type in Dr. Hillman, you can watch all about Jesus and learn all about the real story allegedly from the Greeks, because previously what they've told us is not correct.
Previously in
Well,
history.
most of what they told us is not correct because
Oh, dude, I could tell you stuff that would.
probably stuff I've read too.
Probably stuff that is not ready for my podcast quite yet. But
Yeah.
like I said, you can go on there and look at it, and it's pretty interesting. Pretty interesting information that he's putting out.
I could get into some real deep info, but
Yeah, it's-
that's another cast, like you said, who's
Yeah.
gonna make it, you piss a bunch
I'm
of
trying to
people
keep
off.
religion out of this,
I mean, that's what
and
gets people
politics a little bit,
together,
because
you know?
we just like talking about silly stuff and having a good time, because that's what's good in life. Believe it or not, your lesson 101 for today is that what's good about life is that if you just enjoy it and think about good things, and don't be worried about everybody else's problems. Now, everybody else's problems, I know that sounds like a cop-out to the environment and the government and everybody else and blah, blah, blah. There's always that scenario. See, you got that guy Giggles over there. Fuck him. Yeah, and there's 20 of those guys, and then there's 15 locks that are like, hey, just keep it calm, dude. Just everybody get along and be calm. And then there's me who's like, stir it up, cause problems, because I'm fully prepared for the ramifications and repercussions. Speaking of repercussions, Mr. Repercussions over there. Look, we're burning up on the 10 o'clock hour, folks.
Are we
I think-
coming up on 10 o'clock
Oh,
already?
it's 10:07.
10:07, so we started late because 9 or so.
Started at about 9.
And then we end at 10 or so.
It's an hour-long Tuesday Night Live show that you can come and watch every Tuesday Night Live. We're going to have new guests and new members every week. I'm going to try. I mean, again, open casting call. If you made it this far in the podcast, won't you give us a call? 678-698-0393. Leave a message. Tell us why you need to be on this show. Let us know. We've got answers. We've got questions. I got all the questions right here. I made this list here. I wrote it down on a piece of paper. And, 678-698-0393 to reach us live on The Late Show. That rings this Late Show phone right here. Ding dong. The Late Show phone is ready for you to call it and be on the show. Live Tuesday nights. Yeah. Can you see Tuesday night? Live. Yeah. And on that note, folks, we'll be leaving you shortly. I'm going to give you a little send-off. Just say, don't forget, go see our sponsors, planettour.com.
That was the longest 15 minutes.
PLANITTOUR. Don't forget to go to our other sponsor, Planet Contract, PLANITCONTRACT, Planet Contract. When you have to plan something first, you plan it, then you contract. That's how it works. This is where you go get your mobile identity and identification. You can digitally title anything you own for $25 per item. Add it to your digital asset calculator. And at the bottom of the calculator, it'll tell you how many assets you're managing. I have $482 managed in assets on one account. I have $653 worth of assets managed on another account. Combined, I have over $1,200 in managed assets accounts. You can do the same thing. You can manage your pets. Each asset comes with its own living will. Add that living will to line item. Add that person's name and easily transfer that item to another person without paying a tax. Hello. As long as you don't spend it, they can't tax you for it. And as long as you don't spend it, and you just give it away, 'cause I'm giving it to you. For $25 a night, just so you know. Just so you know.